It's crazy because I feel like the best athletes come from Maryland.
Really?
We can play every sport.
So who's the best athlete from Maryland?
Me.
Great confidence. You think you're a better athlete than Michael Jordan?
Me?
Yeah.
Athlete?
Yeah, like overall,
Yeah.
like
Athlete?
So, all right, so you believe you're a better athlete than Michael Jordan?
A better athlete than Michael Jordan, he is. He's a better basketball player.
I'm Tyler Clark.
I'm CJ Dickerson.
And this is
The Wingspan.
First, we're going to get into why we started this podcast. For me, I like doing this podcast because it's going to give kind of an avenue for you guys to see what our life is outside of sports. Because you guys only see what the social media is showing you. And we have a lot more to life than just that.
Yeah, picking up on what Tyler said, give everybody a view of what we go through. And, you know, it's just, we're all vocal people. Sometimes some people don't think we're vocal, but, you know, we would like to show people, like, how we really act, you know. And it's a way to be ourselves as athletes.
Some trending topics I want to talk about, for one, is the transfer portal. Now, CJ, we have had a few of our teammates and, you know, some classmates as well get into the portal. So what are your thoughts overall on the portal?
First of all, proud of everyone. Go be great. You know, I know hitting the portal, people look for better opportunities, and I believe go chase your dreams. That's what you want to do. I mean, the people that hit the portal, they showed what they could do. They all dominated the MEAC.
I agree with that, but also, like, there's a commitment, I feel like, to the school that you should have. But I also like how you said, like, you want them to go be great.
Yeah.
And they've already been great here. Like, as you can see, like, if you're hitting the transfer portal, you've shown what you can do here on this level. So you might as well, like, you know, branch out and go try to go higher. But if you're going to, I don't know how to feel about, you know, transferring interdivision. You know, I've seen that a little bit of people transferring here interdivision, but I haven't really seen us go there. So I do like how we're all transferring up higher, like the higher levels, rather than just transferring into the MEAC.
But I believe it's for exposure, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we've had people come out of North Carolina Central, go to the Brandon Cotton, for example. But everybody knows, like, the other schools, you get more exposure there. I mean, people get suggested into going into the portal, and if they decide they want to go, they go. If they decide they want to stay, people stay, you know. Spring Fling is coming up, you know, April 20th through the 26th. You know, everybody's going to be there. Spring Fling, you know. Spring ball game.
It's huge. If you can attend, I'd be in attendance for the spring ball game.
Big.
This will be my first spring ball game and my first spring fling.
Yes.
I didn't think that people actually would show up to spring fling just because it's like the end of classes. You know, like, I mean, my thought process was spring fling was going to be earlier, but now that I know that it's later, I'm like, really, people are showing up, and everybody's telling me, people are outside all the time. So I'm excited to see everything and get my first experience, because homecoming was amazing. Even though we played a game and, like, we enjoyed it, but, like, we didn't really enjoy it as much as everybody else did.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool to see, like, spring fling.
I promise you, you're going to enjoy spring fling, because it's just literally everybody getting out of class. As soon as you get out of class, go take a shower, get ready to go party, you know. And it's in the daytime, you know. No, not a lot of bad action happens in the daytime, so it's all cool vibes, fun in the heat. You know, sometimes there might be water involved. You know, it's literally like a big field trip for everybody outside.
That should be really fun. Hopefully they hold a lot of the events on campus. I saw that there was a flyer release, but I didn't really kind of look at the flyer. But
I don't think the event lineup was dropped yet. I do know it's just they said that they had it planned. Yeah.
We were just talking about school events and stuff like that. So this time we're going to talk about, you know, how can we get the student body to come out to events, especially sporting events, because you know, we do work really hard. All athletes across the board work really hard. And it's always good to have fan support, because, you know, a lot of people don't have their parents all the time at the games. Yeah. So it's always good to see somebody that you go to class with all the time be a sporting event.
I agree with you. I do believe that most of the support goes to the basketball team, the football team. I believe that, like you said, all of us athletes work hard, especially that track team. They be out there running. The tennis team, the softball team, they literally, like, we walk around tired, but they walk around tired too.
Yeah.
But they need the same amount of support we get,
Yeah.
you know?
Running out of the tunnel and seeing, like,
That
thousands
crowd,
of people,
like it's amazing. The best feeling.
incredible. Like, it just, it's something different.
Yeah.
You could kind of compare it to high school, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like, because high school, you know, you like, everybody comes out to Friday nights, like, it's kind of like not an option, but college, like, it's an option. It's a Saturday, like, everybody, you could be studying, you could be doing whatever, but instead, like, you're out, like, supporting us.
You get to show off in front of the university.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, you're playing for the university.
Exactly.
Like, it's just, high school, I mean, you're playing for your school, but you're playing for yourself. But, like, when you get to college, like, you're playing for your guy. Like, people come out to see you.
Yeah. Like, the business, the business side also, like, will come out too. Like, you know, people, like, if you play good, like, you know, NIL isn't like a thing, or is a thing, but like isn't as big as it is at the higher levels. But you show out, like, you never know who you're showing out in front of, especially on homecoming. Like, the amount of people that are out, like, supporting you.
Yes.
You never know who it is. And, you know, softball and track and field and tennis, like, they want the support too. Like, they're out there supporting us, like the basketball team and the football team. Like, they're out there supporting us. Like, we should go out and support them.
Some places, especially the track team, they go far.
Yeah.
And, well, the softball team, too. They play some great competition.
Yeah.
But I believe as in, like, have you been to a track meet?
I haven't yet.
I went to one with the track team. It's live inside. Like, I was in the indoor track meet. It was live in there. Like, other schools, they had a couple people out there supporting them, but you can tell, like, they had people come to, like, and it's just like when people are, like, running, it's just, the crowd is just going and going and going. But the crazy thing is, Central always has a top qualifier.
Yeah.
And when I go out there, we think we got kind of the least amount of support going out, you know? I wouldn't blame it on anybody, but it's just like, as in, like, it'll be nice to have them to have the same amount of support we got, you know? It's just softball as well. I do believe they're like, for me, suggesting, I believe that Central should have buses, accessible buses for students who would like to go out of town, game, like to the away games and even our softball home games, because they're located in Cary, correct? And it's just, that'll give them all an opportunity to, I just want to go to the softball game. Let me go to the softball game. Like, and you know, people have friends. People can get their other friends. Go to the softball game with me. Let's go get on the bus. Go to the softball game. You know.
So if you guys want to show support, like, it doesn't take a whole village. It takes a couple of people, and once you find a couple of people, then a couple more people. It's like,
it's just like Legos. Just keep stacking and stacking and stacking, and then it'll be unified. Like, here, we're all a big family here. Yeah. Like, everybody knows everybody, even people who don't know everybody. You'll eventually get to know them. Like, and it's just like, I do believe the sport games bring everybody together.
Yeah, and it's free. Like, it doesn't. The transportation may cost something, but to actually sit there and watch and show support, it's free.
It's free.
You just being there shows support. Yeah. Like, you don't even have to be cheering, all that rah-rah. Yeah. Like, I'm that person. Like, if I'm going to go to a sporting event, like, I'm cheering. I'm going to cheer.
I'm cheering. I'm jumping.
You're going to hear
I'm up and down. Exactly only because I played every sport, so I know what we talking about. I'm cheering everything.
Exactly. Like, I know what it does to an athlete to hear, you know,
somebody screaming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to hear taunting. Like, if I'm gonna go to a sporting event, I'm gonna taunt.
Especially if you're dominating. Especially that boosts your play.
Especially me, I can play too.
I know. I've seen you.
When you hear, like, you just feel like you're playing for more than just yourself. Yeah. Because I know tennis is an individual sport. It could be doubles too, but tennis is an individual sport. You're playing for more than yourself. Yeah. And when you actually feel that, then you actually play, like you said, like the university. Like, you feel like you're playing for the university. And you have fans.
I believe we should have like a student section organization.
Yes.
That goes to every sport. That would be tough. That would be
the student section, because you know how big it is in high school.
Yes. Like, high school student sections would get crazy.
In North Carolina, they have like a student section award. Yeah. Like, for high school they do the student section awards. I always wanted my school to make it. Shout out Jordan High School and the nest we got over there. But, you know, it's the student section, like, I know in high school, like, whenever I know I didn't get a chance to score, unfortunately, but whenever we did score, I'd be the first guy over there in the student section.
Yeah, I was one of those people, either in football or basketball.
Because fans get you back into the game. Yeah, they get you back in the game. We weren't necessarily losing at home, back at Jordan, but if something wasn't going right, like the student section would always get you up.
Yeah, I'm from Thomasville, small little city, but when I tell you fans, they don't. When I tell you they show support, like if people you've never seen, like will just pop up, whoa, and they know who you are. And it's just like dang, you know who I am. And like you dominate and actually getting feedback from other people, like. Oh, they think I'm doing they think I'm like doing great, like, and they're here's like I'm playing for you now. Like it's not like you say you play for a school, you play for yourself, but then you're playing for the fans.
Exactly.
Like the more you win, I guess you want to say win. The more you win, the more fans come out. The more fans that come out, the more you're engaged to like. Oh, I got to do this for the fans, and you're going to want to dominate for the fans. Nobody plays bad in front of fans.
Absolutely not. Not on purpose,
like
at least.
But not on purpose.
When we walk in other people's away team, we make it off. You know what I mean?
Walk in the trap, take over. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what we say.
Speaking of taking over traps, and I think it's in San Antonio. We've got the Final Four. Unfortunately, my Tar Heels aren't in there. Lifelong Carolina.
We knew that was going to happen.
We did not know that was going to happen.
We knew.
We didn't. But. Unfortunately,
But we know who's going to win.
Do we?
Yeah.
You may
Who else?
that you know who's going to win, but...
Who else?
There's a lot of teams that can win, It's the first time in a really long time that all the 1 seeds have made it. I think it was 2008, but do you know who won the national championship in 2008?
Who did win the national championship in 2008?
Come on. The Heels.
Of course, I should have known. Should have known that's who you was
Psycho T.
I should have known that's who you was going to talk about.
So being that our school is down the road from Duke,
say that name with a little more passion.
That's all they get out of me. That's all they get out of me.
You got to say Duke, not Duke.
The school up the road.
Oh, okay.
School up the road. What do you think it'll take for them to win the game?
Duke.
That team, yeah.
That team.
Yeah, that team.
What do I think it'll take?
Yeah.
For us to play how we play?
Houston?
For us to play how we play.
Houston?
We're not worried about Houston.
You're not worried about Houston?
No.
The best defensive team.
You know who I think we should be worried about?
Who?
Nobody.
Really?
But you know who I think we're going to play in the end?
Who?
Auburn.
Why?
It's Auburn.
You don't think Florida's going to win?
I think Florida used their good luck already.
You think so?
Yeah.
What happened the last time Duke was in the Final Four? Do you remember?
Oh my God.
I can't.
Let's change.
It's kind of leaving my mind. I forget. Can you remind me?
Okay, can you remind me when the Tar Heels was in the Final Four?
The last time we were in the Final Four, I mean, you know what happened the last time we were in the Final Four.
Yeah, but when was that?
2022.
Okay. Did y'all make it last year?
Things happen. Things change.
Did y'all make it this year?
Things happen.
How far did y'all go this year?
Things happen.
How many times did y'all lose to Duke? But Houston, back to Houston. Houston's actually a great team.
They are a good team.
Did you see their video they had of all the Houston players running a mile and everybody was under 6 minutes?
That's incredible. I run a mile, I think, in like 9 minutes, which isn't bad.
That's not bad.
But, not 6 minutes.
In high school, my freshman year of high school before our coaches left and they both switched schools. Our coaches switched schools. We was mandatory to run a mile.
Before practice?
No, like every other week. In order for you to participate in a game,
really?
you had to make the mile thingy.
That's insane.
Yeah,
was it like different per position?
I want to tell you, our biggest player, I feel like would have been the best O-lineman and never made it.
What was the time span like he had to make it?
I think 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I think so. Well, it was by position group.
Okay.
Yeah, it was by position groups. I always made mine in like
really?
5. The fastest I went was like 5:13.
That's crazy.
I was moving.
That's crazy.
Went out there and started moving.
Did you run track in high school?
Yeah.
What did you do?
100, 200, 4x1 and 4x2. But my senior year, I dropped out of the open 200 and started high jumping.
Did you qualify for states at all?
Yes.
States, it's held at A&T, right?
Well, my senior year, I moved back to Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
Amazing.
Is it high school sports different in Maryland than it is in North Carolina?
Yes.
How so?
Especially where I'm from. I'm from in Maryland. I'm from Princess Anne, Maryland.
Okay.
The Eastern Shore, over there by UMES, another school in the MEAC. It's not really, North Carolina is a lot more exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I moved out here in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why I'm originally from Maryland. Mm-hmm. But the games, it's just really down in the Eastern Shore, it's the country. So this is like, it'll be packed. But it's just like, you don't see you're not going to see scouts nowhere. You're not going to see, it's just everybody. And it's crazy because I feel like the best athletes come from Maryland.
Really?
We can play every sport.
The best athletes?
We can play every sport.
So who's the best athlete from Maryland?
Me.
Great confidence.
Me.
Do you take, I'm going to say the best athlete from, North Carolina is Michael Jordan. You think you're a better athlete than Michael Jordan?
Me?
Yeah.
Athlete?
Yeah, like overall, okay,
athlete?
So if you were to do speed, what's the speed, vertical, or jumping?
Yeah.
Toughness?
Yeah.
In all sports, you think you could beat him in every sport?
No, he got me in basketball. That's Michael Jordan.
But he played golf too and baseball.
Oh, he got the golf. Nah, I don't know. I don't know how Michael Jordan was in baseball, but
he played. He played in the. It was in the minor or the major. I forget.
I played baseball too, though.
In the minor league?
No, high school.
High school?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you believe you're a better athlete than Michael Jordan?
A better athlete than Michael Jordan, he is. He's a better basketball player.
Wingspan podcast, you're hearing this correctly. I hope I'm not hearing this correctly. We'll watch it back later, but CJ is saying that he's a better athlete than
and I'm going to stand
Jordan?
on it. And I'm going to stand on it.
Michael Jordan? You guys let me know in the comments, but, we'll talk.
So Michael Jordan's your GOAT?
Michael Jordan is my GOAT.
We can end this podcast here.
I don't see how.
Who do you know has a million songs about them?
Oh my
like LeBron. You can sing one LeBron song right now, off the top of your head.
I cannot actually.
You can't. Sing one Michael Jordan song.
Michael Jordan didn't even have a song.
That's the problem. Okay then.
Okay, if we're doing that, what was the better Space Jam, the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Okay.
I don't think they should have remade the second Space Jam.
No, the second one was bad.
Yeah.
But, so are you a better athlete than LeBron?
This is LeBron we're talking about.
Wow.
I mean, no.
Okay.
This is LeBron. Like, LeBron actually was an athlete.
So Michael Jordan wasn't an athlete?
He was. But I'm still going to say I'm better athlete than Michael Jordan. He went to UNC. Come on now.
Wow.
That's just...
Wow.
I don't approve of anybody who goes to...
Wow.
Them Tar Heels.
That's a shot.
Yeah. Them baby blues.
That's a shot.
Them baby blues.
So you're a better athlete than Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Mind you, you remember who the era Michael Jordan played in,
Yeah.
It was dang near football out there.
Yeah.
But you still say that you're not a better athlete than LeBron, even though LeBron played the same amount of stuff that Michael Jordan did, but didn't play baseball professionally.
Right.
Only play basketball. I don't even know if I really want to get into this because, everybody knows. If you know me, you know how I feel about, LeBron crying all the time.
Here we go.
Flopping and soft era basketball nowadays, I played basketball and I played it the 90s way. You know what I mean? My alumni who are listening know about the 90s basketball, real basketball.
My alumni.
You know what I mean?
We got to talk about this ain't old basketball. Basketball is basketball.
No.
You find a way to play basketball, that's how you play basketball, no matter the generation. That's just like football. Everything's a flag now in football. We grew up to be tough and
You're right.
And take somebody's head off. Now you try to be tough and take somebody's head off, you get flags.
That's true. But okay, so let's put it this way. So when you're going to play a pickup game,
a basketball?
Yeah, either in Thomasville or
dominating.
You didn't even let me get to my question, but so we'll say when you go back home, you're back to Maryland, right? Somebody shoulder checks you. You gonna call a foul?
Oh, no, we don't call fouls.
You don't call fouls?
No, you only call fouls when it's actually a real foul.
Okay. So what's a real foul? Because
something physical.
If I touch you like this,
that's not no foul.
Your goat is gonna, fall off the screen, fall to the fans.
That's the new way of basketball. That's just like people getting mad that SGA,
right?
They call him a free throw king.
Right.
If you know how to draw the foul, draw the foul. Let's be honest. If you know there's a way to go get you a bucket, go get your bucket. That's
fair. That's fair. So do you believe that LeBron could go back to the 90s and play?
I'm happy you asked that because that was going to be my next point. LeBron can play in the old whatchamacallit. He would have adapted. Listen, all he had to do was adapt to playing the rough game.
You act like it's such an easy thing to adapt to.
This is LeBron. LeBron is. Do you see how big LeBron is? Okay, LeBron's rookie year. Did LeBron do all that flopping and stuff his rookie year? Actually, his first 4 or 5 years.
I couldn't remember. I wasn't born then. I didn't feel like going back to watch 2003 basketball.
But you went back to watch 1998 Michael Jordan.
I watched The Last Dance. That's what I watched.
That's not enough. That's not enough for you.
I watched The Last Dance.
We grew up on LeBron James.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up a point. I'm ready. You ready for this one? Right. Michael Jordan paved the way for guys like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James.
Yeah,
right?
LeBron even said himself on an interview about a couple of days ago that he was inspired by Michael Jordan, watching Michael Jordan.
Right. So why wouldn't the GOAT be the guy that
he surpassed the person he was inspired by?
No, he didn't. And surpassing what? Points? That's it. He played longer. Of course he surpassed in points.
That don't mean nothing.
So if they had the same amount of points, have the same length of career, you still think LeBron would be better?
Yes.
How?
It's LeBron.
That's such
that's just like my answer.
Okay,
it's LeBron.
Okay.
It's LeBron.
All right.
And don't bring up accolades.
I mean, we can bring up accolades.
If we bring up accolades, Bill Russell should be the GOAT of basketball.
4, 5, 6. 6 rings, right?
How many does Bill Russell have?
6 rings.
How many does Bill Russell have?
10.
Why is he not in this topic?
I didn't say he wasn't in the topic, but we're talking about Jordan and LeBron.
Is he better than Michael Jordan?
No.
Why you say that?
Because
he got more rings.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. But do you remember that Celtics team was insane?
Oh, here we go.
The competition-wise, it wasn't as good. But the Celtics team was super team.
Okay. Michael Jordan and his rings. That Bulls team?
Bulls team had 3 players.
Who?
2 players.
Nobody should have been able to beat them.
2, 3. Do you not remember the teams back?
Go ahead and don't even start off with the Pistons because that's the only people. That's the only people who's getting my exception.
We can talk about the Pistons. We can also talk about the Utah Jazz with Karl Malone and what's his name? The guard. I forget.
Okay, has Michael Jordan led his team to the playoffs? Has Michael Jordan led his team to the playoffs by himself?
I mean, leading your team to the playoffs is cool and all, but winning, you can lead your team. I can lead my team to the playoffs. I mean, if we won't win, what does that say? You just led your team to a first round exit.
Listen to what you just said earlier. The Bulls had 3 players.
Right, 3.
3 players.
How many times did LeBron win without, his superstar 3?
Pretty sure we're all saying the best LeBron was 2016 LeBron. He led the Cavs to the playoffs.
With who on the team?
Nobody.
Nobody?
What, Kevin Love?
Wasn't Kyrie on that team in 2016?
No. No, was it 2016, 2017? 2017, my bad.
2017, let's talk about, do you want to talk about the East? Who was in the East? You can't even name a good player that was at their stardom in the East at 2017.
Who was the number 1 player in 2017?
If you don't know, like what? It was Curry, it was Clay, it was KD. It was what? Draymond was on that team. Of course he was going to beat that Warriors team.
Don't say of course like that. The Warriors.
Of course, the Warriors beat the Warriors.
What is it? 2015 Warriors, 2016 Warriors was the best
the
NBA team of the world. The best NBA team the world has ever seen. Because that was actually a team where a whole bunch of all-stars was on a team and actually won.
That was a shot. You
tell me another time when all these trades had happened, When KD went to the Suns, everybody thought they was gonna win.
It's true.
When Dame went to the Bucks, everybody swore the Bucks was gonna win.
I had no faith in that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Then Kyrie went to the KD with the Nets.
I knew that wasn't gonna work either. No defense.
And we had Curry, KD, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, Draymond.
You're counting Andre Iguodala.
Oh,
are we serious?
Goodness. Oh, Andre Iguodala. Do you know who Andre Iguodala is?
I do know who Andre Iguodala is.
I want you to pull up Andre Iguodala's accolades.
By himself?
Yes.
No.
He's a what? He's a four-time All-Star?
The Finals MVP.
Probably more than 4.
The final MVP that he won.
He should have won. You telling me he shouldn't? He's a role player. That is a role player. That is a role player.
Now, so the Finals MVP that Andre Iguodala won, you're telling me, CJ.
What did he say? What did he say in that podcast? What did they say on the news that one day? He said the laser being pointed, the last second to take the shot. Who did he say? I want Iguodala.
I hope everybody's making eye contact with me right now. CJ is telling me, you're telling me that Steph Curry or Klay Thompson didn't deserve that Finals MVP.
They deserved MVP or something. But that Finals MVP, Iguodala dominated.
Okay.
That was a role player who played their role through the whole Finals.
Okay.
What you gonna bring up? The block? The block by James?
Okay. I'm not talking
You heard who we brought up though, right?
I'm not talking about LeBron.
You tell me one bad thing you've heard of Iguodala. Other than blocked by James.
I can't tell you one good thing about Iguodala.
I wouldn't take Iguodala to take the last shot. But I mean, I ain't got no problem with him shooting.
Iguodala would be the last person on my mind to take that shot.
Wow.
I would take that shot before Iguodala.
Wow. So you'd rather Draymond take that shot than Iguodala?
I would take that shot before Iguodala.
You think you're making that shot?
I'd be the first person he put up there. He should have said me.
Nah.
My percentage in high school, if you want to go check my max preps, my field goal percentage in high school was, 85%?
From the 3?
Just in general.
Oh. That's
Just
nice.
in general.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? I didn't really miss much. I didn't play much, but I didn't miss much.
Wingspan is brought to you by G. Allen. G. Allen Incorporated is dedicated to providing the highest quality service in the promotional products, embroidery, screen printing, and apparel industries. Our first and foremost goal is to meet our customers' needs with products that are designed to reinforce their brand and execute the message. G. Allen Incorporated aims to make the purchasing process simplistic and non-intrusive, as we know that our clients' time is valuable.
G. Allen Incorporated will be synonymous with their superior quality, integrity, and on-time delivery. We will strive to be innovative and creative by keeping a keen eye on new products and techniques. We will look for avenues to expand our reach and opportunities for growth, keeping in mind our responsibility and accountability to our clients and our community. I'm with G. So, we're on the, that kind of that realm of superstardom. Let's talk about rappers. Let's let Wingspan Pod know who our top 5 rappers are. So I'm gonna start off with Drake at 1.
I approve.
We're gonna go Aubrey Graham at 2.
Don't know who that is.
We're gonna go Champagne Papi at 3. The Six God at 4, and Adonis's dad at 5. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, you heard it first, Wingspan. That's my top 5.
And I'm wrong for the LeBron thing. That was a crazy list.
Is it?
I approve.
Google search some of those guys.
I approve. Because I'm not going to lie. Champagne Papi is tough.
The toughest.
I give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go against it, but you said rappers. Drake is not a rapper.
Whoa.
Drake is an artist. He's just an artist.
Are we serious?
He's not a rapper. He's an artist.
So Drake is not a...
You can call him a rapper, but he doesn't rap. I thought we were talking about rappers. He's a R&B artist.
I'm lost for words, Wingspan.
You don't think so? So you're telling me Chris Brown's a rapper?
No. Or yes, he's a rapper and artist. I feel like can go hand in hand. You can do, but R&B and rapper kind of go hand in hand too, because you can switch up and do both.
They both do the same thing. Party Next Door, is he a rapper?
He's an R&B artist, but I wouldn't say like you don't see many songs of P&D rapping. Like he mixes his rap and his R&B.
He's rapping and singing at the same time, right? Drake is rapping and singing at the same time, right?
No. Drake has so many like drill songs. But I'm gonna get into my actual list. You know, I was just joking, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, come on.
But you know, Drake obviously is at one. You know, if we're doing like you said, just like
no, you could just go artists. Just go artists. Your top 5 artists.
Drake, Lauryn Hill.
I like that.
J. Cole.
Okay.
You know, North Carolina guy. Big North Carolina guy.
Okay.
Tar Heel guy, actually, too. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, Wingspan. My 4. I like Erykah Badu.
Okay.
I really do. And then my 5. Controversial. Very controversial. I'm gonna do Uzi. I like Uzi.
I'm not mad at you.
I like Uzi in my last spot just because of
like
his...
New Uzi or old Uzi?
Old Uzi.
Okay.
But
okay.
Old Uzi.
Okay.
I'll just keep it at that.
My top 5 artists. See, I'm a person who listens to all music.
I do like country music too.
Like
I do like country music.
I do like country music. Number 1, I'm a big Trey Songz fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey. Trey Songz.
We're on the air.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Lil Wayne's actually my GOAT.
Who is he?
He's my
New Orleans native?
He's my GOAT right there. Yeah, we got Trey Songz, Lil Wayne. Gotta throw Chris Brown up there. Gotta throw Drake up there. I don't really have an order. I just have like who I put up there.
Yeah, me too.
And you know, I don't. Yes, I'm like I listen to rap, but I'm not one of the people who listen to rap like 24/7.
Yeah.
But like underground, not underground artists, but like Babyface E, is my favorite
Detroit.
rapper. Yep. Him and OT7 Quantity, those they're nice.
Do you have like, so in my hometown, like in Durham, because, you know, I'm from, you know, Durham, Bull City, you know what I mean? We have a lot of like rappers that are really good here. Like they're great rappers here.
Set It Off?
Set It Off's really good.
I listen to Set It Off.
Big YBA, Get Rich Zay,
Yep.
Young Thrax is my friend from...
Nah, I don't listen. I don't know who Young Thrax is, but everybody else, I listen to them.
Yeah, like those are guys. You have any like rappers...
From my city?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No.
You don't have any like friends who rap too? Like I had friends who rap. They weren't really like talented at rapping. I know everybody has that one friend who like raps, but you know doesn't rap. You know what I mean?
I mean, I got my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name D. He's from Pittsburgh. Go by D Runts. That's his name.
You like his music?
Yeah, I actually do. He actually mentioned my name in a lot of the songs. Yeah. And a lot of them are actually stories that happened freshman year, like last year. A lot of like I've literally was in the room with him like making the songs.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just telling stories like that happened.
Yeah.
I actually wanted him to perform at our homecoming. He had this freestyle. It was nice. He played it. I'm sitting here like you definitely need to play that in front of the school, like, and we would have had everybody turn, but you know the housing situation.
Yeah,
and,
I get you.
Yeah, they had to go back home.
Yeah, I feel it. You just said homecoming. Now, our homecoming crowd or homecoming lineup last year with music was, you know, controversial. Some people liked it, some people didn't.
You talking about this past one or my freshman year?
The past one, like the homecoming. I
don't understand why. Because Lil Papa, I don't know why people don't like Lil Papa. Lil Papa is actually very talented. If you could listen to, they won at Rallo and stuff. Lil Papa is right there. Like Lil Papa is right. That means you're not listening to Lil Papa.
Yeah.
And I know some people are shaking their heads right now.
I've never listened to a Lil Papa song, so I can't really say I did or did not like him. I'm a big Lil Tyler fan. Like, I love Lil Tyler.
I like Lil Tyler.
He be talking. He's young. Like, he's our age. So,
but you know, I missed homecoming.
Really?
My surgery.
Oh,
I had my surgery on the day of the concert. Actually,
that's right.
Yeah. So I got to miss it. But I think JT coming for the girls was a good thing.
Kind of getting in, you did say something about your surgery, like, you know, you're still doing recovery and stuff like that. Like, talk to me how that's been, like, on your mental and stuff like that. Like,
this is actually my second surgery. I tore my ACL right before my senior year in high school. Didn't get to play football, but I got to participate in other sports. But it was a game against VUL.
I remember it, and I didn't think that you were like, I didn't know what happened until like the next day I saw you like.
Yeah, it literally was just like I was running legal blindside. I literally as soon as he hit me, I knew my leg was like, I felt it just.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I didn't have no reaction.
Yeah.
Like I seen dude, he was about to jump on top of me afterwards, but he was like, I was like my leg, and he looked down, he was like, oh, his leg. And I'm just sitting there like docking them, they came by, and they take my helmet off. Like they could just tell my leg is messed up. I'm sitting here like, can I get some water? And they're all like, they're like, are you okay? Your leg. And I'm just like, can I get some water, please?
Yeah.
And they're just wondering why I'm so calm. They pick me up. Like they finally get me up, and like my legs just hangling.
Really?
Like I'm at dangling. I'm just like,
that's scary.
In my head, I'm like dang, like, not again. I'm like, not again. Because the first one was horrible. I got cleared in 3 months from my first surgery.
Really? Off an ACL tear?
Which was crazy. But this one, I was like, I know this is bad. I wasn't, in my head, I wasn't very worried because I knew I was like, oh, I got cleared from my first one 3 months. This ain't going to be bad.
Yeah.
Like, I never cried or nothing until the day I had surgery.
Yeah.
Before I walked in that surgery room, I let it out. I was letting it all out. I woke up. Let me tell you something. Anesthesia. That it's woo. They was thinking about putting me down in the hospital because I was in there acting a fool. Like I was in there acting a fool.
Yeah.
I was in there loud. Lady came in there. My mom was like, CJ, you gotta be quiet. I'm like, I'm a grown man. How they gonna tell me? I'm in there just like talking crazy to everybody. But then the nurse was in there. I started flirting with the nurse. Like, I'm in there like, but then my mom, she didn't record it or nothing, but she did post it on Facebook. And I like, even for my first surgery, I know exactly who I'm gonna call. And like, I looked at my phone the next day, I called everybody on my contacts list. And it just was like, it was funny, but at the same time, when I got back home, the day they actually, the surgery took 2 hours longer than it was supposed to.
Really?
So they had to give me more to keep me. Yeah. And then the thing about it was, I had to stay at the hospital that night because they couldn't wake me up from anesthesia.
Really?
They couldn't get me up. And my mom, my mom was in there. She was like, my mom was so calm, and they're like, "Ma'am, how are you so calm?" And they was in there flipping out. And my mom said she was just looking at him. She was like, that's how he sleep. She was just sitting there like, that's how he sleeps. Like, he's snoring and all. That's how he sleep. And my mom was just like, can y'all get me some water? I'm going to just let him sleep. And then they was like, okay. Like, they was paranoid at first, but then they was like, okay. Then I eventually just waking up.
Yeah.
And then they took me, the medicine wore off on my way my way home. Oh my gosh. Sitting in the back of that truck, just laying there out of nowhere. Just boom, boom. I'm like, Mama, you gotta pull over. I'm just like, but then, we got stairs in my house. I knew I had to stay downstairs again. But nah, I forced my way up them steps to get home. I was not sleeping in that chair another week like I did in high school. But, now rehab's going good. I'm actually ahead of schedule what I'm doing. I know you've seen, I started running again.
Yeah, man.
But mentally, I've been good about it.
Yeah. Especially
TC, the real TC.
Yeah.
He actually kept me in there for, I had my little mental, I was before surgery, I weighed 200 pounds.
Really?
And this December, I went all the way down to 147. Yeah.
A lot of people, like, when they see athletes get hurt, I know I was like, as a fan, like, or just as a watcher, like, whenever you would see somebody go down, like, you know, you wouldn't think it after they like get carted off the field, like you wouldn't think anything of it. Like you wouldn't think about the actual experience that somebody had to go through to like then get back into everything. Like it could really take a toll on your mental. And I'm really glad that it did for you. But I've seen it, you know, like I went through it when I had my surgery in high school. Like I went through it like where your mental's all over the place. Like one day it could be really good and you could be really encouraged about like, you know, your progress and everything like that. And the next day you're like for me, whenever I would go around like my team, like, and I would see everybody like, you know, having fun, moving around. I'd be like, oh. Like,
you don't know how bad like I'd be at practice. Like when they get into indie and inside running stuff like that, you don't know how bad I look. I just be like, I can't wait. Like I can't wait to get back out there. Like maybe one day I will run behind you.
Yeah,
you pull in and I'm running behind you.
We did it a little bit in last year. On the
scout team. Yeah, it's just. I'm taking it one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know, leave it up to God. That's in God's hands.
That's all you can do.
That's all I can do.
Like I don't know. Like I look at injured people and people who've been out for a really long time, and I'm like, I can't be anything more than proud because like, you know, I've seen my roommate go through everything like with his shoulder. We came in together, and like the second or third week, like his shoulder like was done.
Yeah,
he tore his labrum and everything, and he's been watching since then. Like, I can be nothing but proud because I know if it was me, I don't know if I would be able to keep the smile on my face every day and go through everything, watching everybody play, and I'm just like, you know, in rehab or getting surgery and struggling and. You know.
The crazy thing is, it's two more players that had the surgery on their knees, and we actually all used it. Like me and we had used each other. And she's softball. I mean, not softball. She's a volleyball player. We used to call each other. We used to call ourselves the LBG. Something like left brace gang. Like we all had surgery on our left leg, and we all was like going to rehab together and stuff like that. But you know, them two are doing really good right now.
Yeah.
He actually got cleared. He's actually back out there on the field. I'm actually very proud of him. But me and we do everything together now. Like that's who I hang around. You know, and I feel bad for him because you know was a walk on. And the crazy thing is, he's a walk-on, came to practice. He used to be out there talking about, I can't wait to get out there. Like, you know how they got to watch the first couple. And then he out there, you know, dominating the snaps and stuff like that. Mind you, he plays receiver. He's lining up. We was on scout team, too. He lines up.
This was last year, right?
Yeah, ball goes up. His first play in. Ball goes up. I'm talking about crazy catch over somebody. Just catches it. Bombs him. Falls on the ground and I'm like he literally tore his leg off his one great play. Like he literally just like his first practice, and I'm like that is like very crazy. But like him now, how dedicated he is. Like he even makes his own little
the Instagram Reels thing.
Yeah,
I see those.
Yeah, he's doing actually real good with it mentally and stuff. He actually been keeping me in it too, you know, because I will tend to get behind on rehab, but you know they push me a lot. Like very proud of them.
In that sense, like when you get a band of people, like I had an IR squad is what we used to call ourselves in high school. Like we were all hurt, but we were all pushing ourselves to get back. Like when you have that kind of like that family feeling, and the fact that you're not going through it by yourself, that's huge. I'm really glad that you found that because.
And shout out to my father. Yeah. My mom and my dad, they don't they won't let me get down for anything. My mom will do whatever she can to let me know that I'm gonna be all right. And my dad will help me go through he would help push me through anything. Like my dad, he even in high school, I think it was. Yeah, high school. He tore his femur.
Really?
Yeah. So like that's the strongest bone in your body. You tear that, like I know that's something crazy.
Yeah.
And like you know he always tells me like just control what you can control. Like and then like you got to change the things that you can change. Like it's just be like, he always told me like, you're a great person, you're a great kid, like do what you want to do, no matter what the injury, no matter like if you're healed, like live your life, like. And then anytime I'm down, I call mom or dad.
Yeah,
I call mom or dad.
That's huge.
I know my mom. She sometimes like, my mom. This is one thing about my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She hates when I blow her phone up, but she hates when I don't call her. Like it's just like when I blow her phone up, like every time I call, she'll, what is it, CJ? What is it, CJ? But then like, you know, my parents know me. They know like when I get quiet, you know, I'm a very energetic person.
Yeah.
But like when I get quiet and like they can't, like they don't, and I don't call or nothing, they know something up, and then they'll get to asking, they'll talk to me, like just like me choosing Central. Like I had offers coming out of high school, like on my junior year. I was actually about to get ranked 3-star quarterback, but then
quarterback.
I was gonna be an athlete, but it just was like, when they all turned on the walk-ons and stuff like that, I just was like dang, like I already knew I could go. I'm gonna go to school for free. My mom's gonna, and it's just like, but me, like I'm like, I want to play football. Yeah. And then I always thought I was gonna walk on somewhere like Appalachian State. Like we're not talking about them. I'm at Central.
It's really right pretty though. Yeah. In the mountains.
Yeah. And I actually used to be up there every day. I thought I was gonna commit there and everything, but Coach Clay. Coach Clay, before I even got hurt, Coach Clay came up to my school. It was Coach Clay and a coach from State in there. They both. And, you know, what I didn't like was the State coach in there was trying to down Central because they're higher. But then, you know, Coach Clay was actually, like, talking to me and everything. But after I tore my ACL, I'm not going to say names to all the schools because I still show love to them. Yeah. But I actually didn't hear from a lot of them. Like, and I tore my ACL up at UVA. At camp at UVA. Ooh. Yeah. I didn't even know I tore my ACL.
Really?
Yeah,
I was going?
I was out there doing backflips and everything the next day. Before I was doing everything, and then I went and got an MRI. But Central ended up offering me after I tore my ACL.
Really?
You know, they were saying like, hey, we know you're a dog. We know you come back. You like we heal. Like yeah, and I was just like dang, there's somebody out there like that. That's like to me, I'm thinking like I'm done. Like like football is not it no more. I was like, maybe I just have to wait till basketball, track, like and baseball, like. But then it just was football. Like coach. I came up here on my visit. Coach Oliver was like we know you're a dog. Like you're good. Like we still offer you. Like and I'm like dang. I didn't have a senior year. I tore my ACL. And coach, like they still want me. I'm like in my head, I'm like they still want me, and I like ever since then I've just been loyal to like being an Eagle. It's just is like this is my school now. Like now, do I plan on transferring to something? Not that I know of yet. Like this is they gave all their faith in me, so I'm going I'm going to ride for Central. You know,
a lot of people, especially like fans or alumni or just outside people, don't really know the recruiting process. Like, it's really draining. Mine was super draining.
Tiring.
I went from my freshman year, I was 200 pounds playing offensive line, made all conference my freshman year, right? Sophomore year, all conference. Junior year, I broke my ankle, but I still came back and played the half end of my junior season. I didn't end up getting my first scholarship offer till I turned 17. It was on my birthday. And it was a Division II school. And, like, I knew I was better than Division II. Like, I was going to camps. I was better than all the players who were getting the looks and the shine. And that's really draining. Like, seeing yourself, you're better than, like, the people who are getting all the attention. Yeah. And you still don't get what you want. Like, you don't, as a non-athlete, you don't understand the recruiting process until you're in it. Like, everybody's is different. Like, some people could have had, like, an incredible one. Like, I know people who were, like, my little brother is a 4-star right now. Like, his recruiting process was hit the ground running when he was a sophomore. Like, his sophomore year, he got an offer from South Carolina. After that, he shot up. Like, but mine just wasn't like that. And it was discouraging seeing everybody, like, you know, get what I thought I deserved. Yeah. Until, like, you know, Coach Williams at the time, who was the offensive line coach, like, I went to camps and I was balling, and like it felt like it was a relief that somebody actually noticed that I was like doing good.
Yeah.
Like, and then they didn't end up offering me until they came to my house. It was Coach Williams, Coach Leone, and Coach Oliver all came to my house, which for them was like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
But they came to my house and they'd offer me. And it was just like, it was relief because I felt like, you know, some schools actually like caring about me and actually like, you know, coming to somebody's house and offering them a scholarship in front of their entire family is just, it's surreal. Because like everybody sees you, everybody like your family knows what you go through day in and day out. Like for them to be there to experience your scholarship offer with you, it's just, it's
you want to know level. You want to know something very crazy a lot of people don't know? My official visit, was it my official? No, it wasn't my official visit. It was one of my other visits. Coach Clay drove all the way to Maryland to pick me up, to bring me back.
Really?
Yes.
Like, to bring you to Central?
Yes.
That's
like,
crazy.
He drove all, like, because it was literally as soon as I had moved back to Maryland with my dad, I didn't have my car or nothing, and my dad didn't have his neither. I think his car was, I don't remember. I think it was in the shop or something. But like Coach Clay was just like, yeah, when do you want to come up here? And I told him, and then we was gonna get a plane ticket and stuff. But then he was like, I'll just come and get you.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're gonna drive all the it's like 6 hours. I'm
That's
like,
love.
You're gonna drive all the way to come and get me. He was like, yeah. Whole car ride, we just talking. And I'm just like, and in my head, back in my head, I'm like, he really just drove to Maryland to come and get me.
Yeah, like you had to commit that.
Like yeah, and I was just like this is real. Like this is real love. Like love it here. Now. I like it here. I'm not gonna lie, I like it here at Central.
Nah, I love it here.
People like the down Central a lot,
especially HBCUs in general.
I mean, it can be some things that like. People don't like, you know, people are raised different. Some people don't like certain things. There's some things I don't like. But at the same time, this is like, I love it here.
Yeah.
What? There's no reason for you not to love it here.
So much networking opportunities. Like, I know, like, I came in and I knew what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to do sports broadcasting. Yeah. I came in and I immediately found it, like, I found an area, like, where I could do it with. And I got in immediately. Like, the networking and, like, if you want to do something, 9 times out of 10, there's someone in the Central community, whether it be a teacher, alumni, student, whatever, is going to know, like, is going to have a connection somewhere. So anything that you want to do, it's here at Central.
And I could tell you one thing, like, Eagles, like they say, Eagles support Eagles. Yeah. When I tell you, like, you can just find a connection with somebody easily that fast and get put on to something else. Like, it'll happen like that. Like, that's why people wonder how I know everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I be everywhere. It's just like if I'm in the student center, I meet somebody. I meet that person. They end up putting me around somebody else. I'm around them. They end up putting me around somebody else. And then it's just like all the organizations we have on campus. Like I'm not a part of none of them, but I'm around them. So it's just like I'm meeting everybody. And then it's just like, you know, on free time, if I see somebody, hey, y'all, they might speak to them. Then they might have somebody with them. Yeah. Or they might invite us out somewhere with them. And then they got other people with them. And it's actually a nice thing because then I feel like it'll be a good thing in the long run. Yeah. I think it will. Like, say, for instance, I want to start a business or something. I know all these people who can actually give a little bit of support. A little bit of support going to lead to a lot of support.
A long way. Because, you know, like I said, like, homecoming, everyone's coming back. So you got CEOs, you got doctors, nurses, anybody you can think of is gonna be here. Like you got, you saw the practice field.
During homecoming
game, like it was flooded out. Yeah, you could not walk somewhere without being somebody there. Like on campus. It was insane.
That's how it gets for homecoming though.
It's like,
but that's how it's going to be for spring fling. But the only difference between spring fling and homecoming is homecoming is going to have a lot of older people.
Yeah, alumni. Because it's really for the alumni. It's really for the alumni.
But spring fling is for
the students.
To fling around during the spring. It's just it's gonna be a packed area. You know, multiple, like, one thing I do like about spring fling is though, like, that is one time when all the schools come together. Yeah. Like, you know, we could, you know, Central and A&T, we got the worst
No,
we got the worst beef in the world.
Don't
but
put us. We don't.
But I bet you if you go to a spring fling party, you're gonna see somebody from Central, A&T, Winston, Fayetteville. Like we all go to each other's parties, so it's just like we beef behind the camera, but
and in front of the camera.
In person, it'll be beef, but it's fun. It's fun vibes. Mm-hmm. Like it's a darty. That's what we call them, darty, little day party. You know, just everybody go out there, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Don't have too much fun. Yeah. But one thing about spring fling is go to class. Like,
please go to class. Please.
Like my mama always like. I can tell you about me in school. You know, I was one of those kids in school where, you know, the teacher will put talkative, like talks too much and stuff like that. But I was one of them straight A kids too. So it's just like they'd be like, he's a great student. He just likes to talk a lot. Every year of high school, I always told my teachers, I'm going to talk. Mm-hmm. But trust me, I'm gonna get my work. Like my mom never cared because she used to say, as long as you get your work done, like you get your work done first, do what you want to do afterwards. As long as you ain't doing nothing where you're gonna get kicked out of school or nothing, like do your work first, have your fun. And that's how my parents roll with college. Like get your priorities done first. On your free time, have fun. Yeah, you know.
Well, I think we're going to start to wrap up the podcast right now. But, you know, if you have any questions, you know, feedback for us, anything like that, you know, you can always drop it in the comment section. We're always open to feedback. And if you'd like to help, like if you see any of us around on campus, don't be afraid to come up and talk to us. Because, like, you know, we're regular people. You can come up. I know you could help us with the Wingspan podcast. Like,
you want to suggest any topics you want to talk about? Yeah. I'm glad. I'm open to any
open suggestions. Open
suggestions. I'll tell you what some things I stay away from, but in person. But you know, anything y'all would like to hear, you can let us know if you see us around. We are planning to open an Instagram account.
Yeah, coming soon. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna let CJ do his for himself, but. TCNXTDOOR on Instagram. If you want to have any suggestions or anything, any networking opportunities as well, an open sports broadcaster, sports interviewer, sports reporter, anything.
Yes.
If you have any of that, you know, you can text me, hit me up, follow me, whatever. And then CJ for you.
Yeah, same thing. But mine is The Real YGCJ, TheRealYGCJ. Most important though, y'all pop out to the spring game.
Spring game, April 12th. It's free.
It's gonna be real.
Be there.
It's gonna be real.
64 in maroon.
Real.
But yes, this has been an incredible podcast. First one. This is the Wingspan podcast. You're not gonna get any experience like this around the Wingspan podcast. I'm Tyler Clark.
I'm CJ Dickerson.
And that was
the Wingspan.